Okay, my name's Zakashi, guys, and in this video here we're going to be doing the best teams and equipment that you can have for Ultra Kid Buu. Now I'm recording this literally the day before he comes out, or 2 days before he comes out, but we have everything we need for his kit, and they've already updated the game with all the new things that will drop in terms of equipment and whatnot, so this is the best time to do it. Ultra Kid Buu is a defense type, he's yellow, so we're going to be building a team around that, and obviously we have his tag, the main two being powerful opponent and regeneration, based on his actual Z ability, which should be right there in the middle of the screen. So hopefully you guys are going to enjoy this video. Hopefully the video is going to be helpful. If you haven't already, make sure to press that subscribe button, man. We're on this grind to 50,000 subscribers. All my social media links going to be on the bottom of the screen. Not going to hold you guys up any longer. Let's actually get into the video now. Alright, so if you see the teams that I'm using, the blue Kid Buu represents the ultra yellow Kid Buu, and you need to lock that in for the whole video. It's very important to note, because if you're thinking why is blue Kid Buu there, it's because Ultra Kid Buu is not out yet at the time I'm recording this video. So the blue Kid Buu will represent the Ultra Kid Buu, which is yellow. He's yellow. Going along with that, the first team, and most likely going to be the most popular team, is actually going to be powerful opponent. Now this team is a very specific build, and if you don't have all the pieces, there's no real substitutes. If we're being honest, this is the best powerful opponent team that you could build, and definitely thinking there's not going to be substitutes. Even if you wanted to run this, it would just be a lackluster version of it. So the team comprises of a triple ultra team, the same way Fusion Warriors have 3 powerful opponents. Now Fusion Warriors has 3 Fusion Warriors, powerful opponents now has 3 powerful opponents. So it's really interesting how they've actually done that. They actually have 4, but Omega Shenron's irrelevant, you know, so we keep it stepping. It's gonna comprise of the yellow Kid Buu, and because he's kind of like the main unit, you're gonna put him on the leader slot, and I feel like the best way to form the team would be around Rose more than anything else. But what's convenient about having powerful opponents is that this red Rose here, he actually Zenkai buffs Hit, which is dope. So Hit's getting a Zenkai buff even though he's not getting the Z ability, and then that way the Z ability goes to Rose. This Z ability here, he's really good. Android 13, the EX, you can see he buffs red and green, which is perfect for who we have here, Ultra Rose and Hit. I almost messed up the colors there, like in the wrong order, but don't worry. So red and green, strike, attack, and defense, which is beautiful because Ultra Kid Buu also changes all of his blast cards to strike cards on the green card. Even though he's a defense type, you can kind of build either way, but it's best to stay strike orientated simply because he's going to be switching out all of his blast cards to strike cards, so that's really dope to pick up. And we had Ultra Broly. I'm not Ultra Broly there, just regular Broly. I actually just messed it up. Let me go ahead and put him back on the team because he's actually a HP buffer who I'm working on actually 14 starring. I should be able to do it by the time he comes out. So if I actually pull out his Z ability, you can see that he buffs HP and it's all the way to 20%, giving it to everybody on the team. He's the best option, definitely there. So make sure to have him on for the HP buff. Everybody here is pretty much like locked into place. I feel like this team is very solid. It buffs all the strike here, strike here. If we actually just go to details, it's the easier way to do it. Goku Black, you can see he's got strike, attack, and defense. Hit, strike, attack, and defense. So it's really a lot of synergy, buffing the strike attack more than anything else. You're not really going to get a blast, and that's not what you're looking for anyway, because like I mentioned, Kid Buu is actually going to be the one pretty much changing cards to blast, from blast to strike. On top of the fact that if he's a defense type, you want to focus on what the other attackers on the team are going to be doing anyways. So Rose and Hit are already strike orientated, so it's best to keep it that way. Would I actually change anybody if I was to just maybe push it? I wouldn't. There's no real good other powerful opponents, but so that's it for powerful opponents, man. Team 2, I feel like this team is also going to be a popular team for the couple regen mains that will start popping out of nowhere. We've got regeneration, and you want to keep it strike based. Now I thought about keeping it, possibly making it blast based, because a blast based regen is actually really good. But because Kid Buu changes all of his blast cards to strike cards, I feel like the main thing would just be to keep it strike based, especially because the Fat Buu also got his plat. This team would work out quite well, a lot more effectively. So on the leader slot, I would actually have 17. I'm probably wondering why 18 there. It's simply because I don't have the actual 17. If you guys know the MVP 17 from the Tournament of Power, I was gonna say Power Tournament of Power, he's really good. It would make the team very anti-rush heavy, and there'll be a lot of healing going around because Ultra Kid Buu heals a ton. On top of the fact that we have Fat Buu there, it would make the biggest difference to the team. And then I've gone ahead and gone for double Zenkai buffs. So I believe these are both regen Zenkai buffs, regeneration, one there. And if I go to this one here, this is going to be another regeneration Zenkai buff, which is dope. So Kid Buu will be eating off those, which would be great, which is him here over here. HP buff over here with the Evil 21. I believe it's 20%. And really and truly, you could also have the yellow Broly because it's a powerful opponent. It's the same thing, but it's to preference. So if you don't have her 14 stars for the 20%, you could have the yellow Broly if you have him 14 star for the 20%, because everybody here is a powerful opponent, so they'd eat off that. And your leader slot, I have 17 there because he's not actually a regeneration unit. But one thing I do want to point out is that this team actually has substitutes. So let me actually go to regeneration, find the regeneration tag. There it is. If you don't have 17, I actually do recommend using Zamasu. Zamasu is actually pretty solid. Even though his Z ability is blast based, you could actually get a lot of value of him as like a defense type on the team to actually break combos. He has endurance and whatnot. Ultra Kid Buu has endurance as well, and Fat Buu is going to be healing a lot as well, so that's just an option. Make sure to keep Fat Buu on though. If I'm looking at any other options, maybe if you have a 14-star high cell, wouldn't recommend me personally, but I know a lot of people have the right equips for it and could make it work. But besides from that, I don't recommend any other options really and truly. Maybe the red cell, the red second form cell would actually fit. A lot of people have hyped him up. He would definitely have a place on this team if you want to bring him up. I'd actually substitute maybe the Fat Buu, or actually instead of the 17, you put on the cell. So you can mix and match in a bit with regen. Lot more than powerful opponent. You're going to see that triple ultra powerful opponent team a lot more. But with regen, I feel like it's a lot more locked in place. It depends on what units you have as well. But regen units, let's be honest, they're not the most hyped units, but you can still build a lot out of them. And one thing I will say that's very slept on, they have really good equipment. But yeah, let's get into that right now. All right, so because he is a defense type, this equipment is amazing, and he's yellow, so this is like the perfect slot for him. You can see here he gets 15% pure blast defense per element yellow battle member. Now, there's a lot of strike heavy units in the meta, but having blast defense is always going to be effective because the blast attack is going to do literally nothing to you. If you want to run double yellow, you'd actually be getting 30%. So that's actually be solid, but more time you probably won't have more than one yellow. But this is actually a dope equip. You get strike defense on the first slot, HP, which is dope, and he's gonna get at the lowest 15% if you have the max slot, because he himself is a yellow battle member. So if we go to how to get, you can get this from the Legends Road, Title Medal, and the Equipment Medal exchange shop. We got this new equip here. It's just Kid Buu laughing. You get strike defense, health restoration, strike attack, and HP, your regeneration yellow. It's the perfect equip for this defense type Kid Buu, and the strike attack is amazing simply because he's going to be changing his cards to strikes. I said that for like 10 times now. It doesn't show you where you can get this, but I think I can safely assume it's going to be through the event that's going to be coming with the Super Buu, so you can grind it through that, or if anything, it will reset sometime later through co-op. So take that in as well, but it's a prediction for now. But this equip's very much going to be valuable for him, undoubtedly. Next equip I've got is You Will Die Along with the Earth. This equip is if you want to build him a bit more offensively. You get a lot of good things out of this because ultras all have ultimate arts. So on the last slot, which is the most important slot in my opinion, you get special move damage and ultimate damage, 10% to each. You get blast and strike attack on the first and second slot, and it can fit on any of your regeneration members. But at the moment you can't get it, but you might have it already, so check your box. It's usually through an event that's not in the game at the moment, but hopefully they bring it back on the Wednesday reset maybe. Let me actually check if the events are actually still when they're gonna finish. 11 days. You're gonna have to wait like 2 weeks. But yeah, that equipment is really dope. It's gone through an event, so I can't really say where you get exactly, but just lock that in. This equipment here is really solid because you get some strike defense, but you can actually add some strike attack onto him if you want to go a bit more offensive. You get kind of a mix of both, but it's really for offenses because it's a double strike slot, but you have to re-roll the third slot, as you can see there. Regeneration yellow. This is the awakened, so you actually go to the Zenkai, which is Space Time Rush Shot. But if you want the unawakened, it's right over here, where you can see this well done Goku, and you can get it from the equipment medal shop. It's the only place you can get it, so yeah, go grab that. The last equipment I've got is this equipment here, Awakened. You don't even like all that fighting, huh? You get a lot of defenses, man. First, second, third slot, both defenses, which is just dope. 15% on each slot, maxing out 45% of both strike defense and blast defense, which is nice. How you get this you get it through the Legends medal, which is through the Legends ranking. You have to wait till the Legends ranking season finishes. It should be finishing soon, so if you can pick this one up, it's going to be very, very important for a lot of people's teams. I can surely guarantee it, but not a lot of people will have it, and even with 3 red slots, that's going to be even more rare. This one here, I'd say it's actually very solid because you get strike attack out of it. Offenses is something that you're going to want, and because you're running Zenkai buffs, you're going to have a lot of Z abilities, so base stats. You want some pure. You get 10% strike attack when element purple or regeneration character is a battle member. He's a regeneration character himself, so it's going to work well, and then you get double defenses on each type on the 1st and 2nd slot, which is dope. Where you can get this, the Z medal shop, I'm going to be grinding me some of these right now because I feel like this equipment is going to be very, very valuable. Try to keep the range short on equipment options so that you can pick from the ones I've given. I don't want to give like 20 suggestions, but I feel like these ones are definitely the best ones, those 6 that I've gave. Let me know what you guys think about this. Are you going to be summoning for him? Are you going to be using him? Or are you just watching this for sake? Let me know how you're finding him. If you're watching this after he's already released. But yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you haven't already, make sure to press that subscribe button, man. We're on this grand 50,000 subscribers. I'm gonna leave the video like that. I appreciate you guys for watching. My name's Zakashi, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one, man.